Hello, good afternoon to everyone. So today just another problem is coming here and that is mentioned here. The Avoid lent rupees 8,000 to his friend for 3 years. At the rate of interest is 5% per annum. And compound interest is given. What amount does Avoid gets after 3 years? So what is the question is there? The principal amount is given is 8,000, time is 3 years, and compound interest R is given here for 5%. So that amount we need to find. So we need directly find the amount. Actually, what is the amount? The amount is equal to A whole into 1 plus R by 100 to the power n. This is our case actually for the calculation of amount. In this case, here is given 8,000 is the principal amount and time n is equal to 3 years is given and rate of interest R is given the 5. So all this value you put here, then you find the amount. This is principal actually, this is principal. This amount is principal, right? This amount is principal. So that what is the value here given? Amount becomes 8,000 whole into 1 plus R 5 by 100 to the power 3. Just to simplify 5, that is 20, and you simplify this value, that is 8,000 whole into 1 plus 1 by 20 to the power 3, and this value becomes 8,000 into 21 by 20 q. Then you compute this value, and that is value becomes 9261. 9261. This year amount of value of the amount after 3 years, you're getting this amount. There is another question, is a very important question for us, and that is we need to solve by using the matrix method. 3 equations given here. Minus 2x1 plus x2 equal to 4. This is first equation. Second equation is given here. X1 plus 2x2 plus 3x3 is equal to 13. Third equation also given here. 3x1. But x2 is not given here, so plus 0x2. And it's plus of x3, which is equal to minus of 1. Solve means we need to find the value of x1, x2, and x3 value by using the determinant process. What is the determinant process and how to solve this? So first of all, we need some calculation here. One set of determinant matrix we create here, and that is the coefficient of x, that is minus 2, 1, and 3. That is coefficient of x. Coefficient of y, coefficient of x2, 1, 2, 0. Coefficient of x3, -1, 3, and 1. This is our matrix, and constant value B is defined here, and that is 4, 13, and -1. So first of all, we evaluate this determinant A value. If determinant A is not equal to 0, then you can evaluate the solution by using matrix method. So first A we evaluate the determinant. So this is -2, and determinant of what is the determinant of -2? Then you can just omit this value and omit this value. The remaining determinant of this function. So determinant of 2, 3, 0, 1. Then next we use first element, we can solve the determinant, and next we use one determinant value. One column is omitted and one row is omitted. Then the determinant of other values, that is -1, determinant of 1, 3, 3, 1. 1, 3, 3, 1. The next plus and -1. Determinant of, omit this one first of all, this element. So this element is omitted and this column is omitted. What is the remaining? This one is the remaining determinant of this value. What is this determinant? 1, 2, 3, 0. We evaluate this determinant. So what is the value first? -2 into determinant of this function, that means represent this one into first you product this in this, minus of this in this. So what is the value? 2 minus 0 minus 1, and this into this 1 minus 9 plus -1 into 0 minus 6. What is this value? And this value becomes 2 into -2, that is -4, and -8 into +8 and +6. So 10 is their value. So determinant of A is equal to 10. So if determinant A is not equal to 0, then you can evaluate the solution. So determinant A is not equal to 0, so that you solve your problem. So how to solve that? So first of all, we evaluate this value del 1. Del 1 means the coefficient of x is omitted. What is the coefficient of x? Our determinant is given. This is our determinant actually. This is a determinant. So we just solve it. Del 1. Del 1 represents this. In case of del 1, we omit this column. This column we omit. And in place of this column, we substitute the constant value, right? We substitute this constant value. Just remember, when we need to evaluate the determinant del 1, then we just consider the omit of the first column or omit of the coefficient of x1 and substitute the value of constant and evaluate the determinant. So that, first of all, we'll do this one. So you first consider this value. This is a determinant. We substitute this value. First, del 1 you need to calculate here. So here substitute this or pasting here on previous one. This is our determinant of n. This is our matrix. Okay. When we evaluate this value, Then del 1, we need to evaluate the del 1. Del 1, we need to evaluate it. How to solve? Replace this value by constant value is given 4, 13 and minus 1. This is our constant. 4, 13 minus 1. We just replace that value. So 4, 13, and just I write 4, 13 and minus 1. Minus 1. Then next value 1, 2, 0. 1, 2, 0. Next value minus 1, 3, 1. Minus 1, 3, 1. And just similar process we adapted, then the solution becomes when we import the 4 of this determinant, then just we omit this column and this column, the determinant of other values. What is the determinant of other values? This into this minus 0, 2 minus 0. Then minus 1 into, what is the next value? Minus 1 into, then we take minus 1, when this omit of these functions, we omit this function and this function, determinant of other values. What is the determinant? 13 into 1 minus 13 minus 2 plus 2 plus 3. This into this minus this into this, then plus 1 minus 1 into determinant of this another value. Just see here, omit this function, then omit this function here. You column omitted and this column omitted. What is the value here? 13, 0 plus 2. So what is the value here? That is 4 into 2, that is 8, and 13, 3, 16, minus 16, and that is minus 2. And that is only for the 18 plus 8 minus 10. Del 1 is minus 10. Then what is the del 2? Similar process in the matrix is given, and just replace this matrix. Minus 1, 2, 3 is fixed. Minus 1, minus 1, 2, 3, because x coefficient is constant, and replace the y coefficient when 1, 2, 0 is replaced by 4, 13 minus 1. 1, 2, 3 is replaced 4, 13 and minus 1. Again, last column also remains fixed. That is minus 1, 3 and 1. Minus 1, 3 and 1. Minus 1, 3 and 1. So see here, we need to evaluate this value. The first minus 1, that is fixed, and remove this row and column. What is the remaining part? Determinant of value of this value. So what is the determinant of this function? The 13 into 1 plus 3. 13 plus 3. Minus 4 into. So this is, you can omit. This is omitted and this one is omitted. This is omitted. Then 4. Then 4 row and 4 column is omitted. So 2 minus 9. This is 2 minus 9. Minus 1. Then what is the minus 1 value? Minus 1 means this is the column. Then what is the value? Minus 1 means this row, this column and this row is omitted. Remaining value. Minus 2 minus 39. Minus 2 minus 39. What is the value here? Minus of 16, and that is minus 7 plus 28. And minus plus 41. What is the value here? So just do 41 plus 28 minus 16. 53 value is here. So del 2 is 53. Again, del 3 you can evaluate. Del 3. What is the del 3? Now, x and y fixed. For the case of del 3, in this case, so you x column is fixed minus 1, 2, 3, minus 1, 2, and 3, and y column also fixed, that is 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 0. And next we can 4, 13, minus 1. The determinant of this function, the minus 1 is fixed, determinant of the this column becomes minus 2 only, and minus 1 determinant, when minus 1 you can omit this value, and this minus 2, minus 2, this is minus 2, and minus 39, and plus 4 into 4, 0, minus 6, 0, minus 6, this is the value. Then this secant, that is 2 and minus plus 41 minus 24. Then see this value 21 and 43, that is 43. 43 minus 24, that is 19. So we got the value del 1, del 2, del 3. Then what is the value of x1? Now x1 becomes represent here. X1 is equal to del 1 by del. That is del 1 is given minus 10 and del is given 10, right? Or that is minus 1. And x2 is equal to del 2 by 2. Del 2 by del. And del x2 is equal to, what is the del 2? Del 2 becomes 53 by 10. That is 53 by 10. See here 53 by 10, that is 5.3. And x3 becomes del 3 by del, that is 19 by 10, that is becomes 1.9. See here. So this is our solution actually. X1 and x2 and x3 value we can evaluate it in our problem by using the determinant procedure. So thank you for you.